All right. Optimal health from the heart of the Amazon, Manaus, Brazil, right? Coming to you from Manaus, Brazil, getting some excellent sun. It's an excellent part of health and prosperity. And I want to talk a little bit about economic health and economic health through permaculture, agriculture, and having the most spear-tipping and developing the most spear-tipping designs in that field. This is a divine recipe that we're likely removed from with this narrow grocery store selection of monocropped and animal fed by monocrop agriculture. Diverse agriculture can go in many different levels, and I feel super blessed to have learned the biodynamic levels and progress with those levels for 15 years and work with indigenous cultivators from the Amazon, mostly in Colombia, some in Costa Rica, some in Panama, some here soon in Brazil, to make more magical agriculture practices and help spread those to other places in the world. I just recently spent some time in San Martin, a Caribbean island, completely economically based in tourism. All the food imported, beef all the way from France, all the way from the States, to seriously monoculture evolved dependent places feeding this completely imported stock where beef was as high as $45 a kilo. There were some cows there. There were some goats there by some special interest, nature, spiritually evolved individuals. I was able to learn just a little bit about some of these people in my short time there. But I was able to see that it was a completely monoculture and then imported food supply supporting this entire island populated around 70,000. Free place. Not a lot of red tape. Tons of potential. Arid cactus and hard plant growing soil. I knew a lot of the species there. Very Caribbean familiar because of my time in the Bocas del Toro, Panama archipelago of the Caribbean. Lots of agriculturists would look at the white rocky soil base and disqualify it. I say, let's import from somewhere, not us. I'm looking over there seeing the absolute robust, tough cactus life, cactus toughness. When it comes to some of these ecological principles, it's really, especially when you have a deeper thinking about it, it's very hard to find the words. So much potential to do a biodynamic operation there, and even so much economical potential, being that they have such a need and it could be so prosperous that developing cutting edge technology, ecological enhancing technologies would be such a fun endeavor. And they're just now launching a funding program and an educational program, and hopefully it's with good educators, because just remember, academia is the reason we're in this situation to begin with. It's the health professionals that got us the obesity rates, that got us the cancer rates, that get the cancer cells, the sales, the chemo sales, doctors get big kickbacks for, right? So there's an economical change that places like San Martin, anywhere really, could just decide to cut completely through and really make this nuclear combination that outproduces and outcompetes so much of what's going on in the world. And it's such a need that we need to fill, but it's such a conversation that doesn't get people. We're so out of tune. We've been separated so much from nature to the point where PhDs tell guys like me that because they know the scientific name, word, mouth sound of something, at the same time they can't walk halfway to the top of the hill, right? But they know better. So we have a very convoluted, I don't want to say mentality, I want to say spirit about this whole pursuit and relationship with nature that really should be God-given, but we've been separated from so significantly from that we just don't even understand it. And if we send our kids to school with hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn agriculture today, those exact agricultures that they go out and do will destroy the earth around them, will mutate and kill the pollination system around them, will start to make a piece of land that only the chemical agriculture can be grown on, and will be a chemical dependent piece of land. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But people don't see it like that, and when you try to tell them about it, you're the insane one. Right? So that's fine. I'll be the crazy guy, right? I'm the crazy guy that can do biodynamic magic, and I have a team of indigenous crazy people and not indigenous crazy people mixing in this crazy spiritual beauty and blessing. And I don't know what's going on, but I know more than than a lot of, and I just feel that responsibility, and I'm trying to go with this timing. Is everything the fight of life, and different things seem to cross my path and do my timing, and my friends telling me try to do a chronological dispensation of daily contributions and thoughts about this to see if that doesn't move the needle a little bit better. So here's day 2, and it's guided by communications with San Martin, Amazon jungle, brilliant brothers, aggravating other situations, this beautiful cosmic chemistry and cocktail of stuff. And hopefully some people want to start drinking a little realer of a intake than what they're getting at this separated, sterile, straight-lined city that has the classroom guys telling me how they know better, and I don't have this piece of paper with this ink on it, and I don't know these mouth sounds, scientific exactly that they do, because I focus on the real parts. Yeah. So, great opportunity in San Martin to innovate, cutting edge agricultural technologies. Great opportunity to sound crazy in YouTube. Great opportunity to say something real that goes with the timing of life and get some sun at the same time, right? Because as Bill Mollison, the author of the Permaculture Design Manual, says, two things at one time, addressing two issues with one special decision is always going to be a right one, and more in that nuclear, highly productive interworkings that we can observe out in nature. This insane grand architecture from the Great Spirit that most of us unfortunately take for granted. And should we, or San Martin, or whoever, wherever, come together in this right formation with all these willing, humble, non-ego parts in an economic powerhouse. I know that's starting to sound very hard to do, right? We could really be making miracles that we've never seen before. I'm thinking also of a Sean Ryan interview I just saw with the luminescent plants. And if you look back in the previous videos on this channel, you'll see, and some of my podcast interviews, I tell people we don't realize the Avatar movie Wonderland paradise that we could create if we pushed biodynamics to the same heights we push aerodynamics in engineering. And why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we doing that? And we can see, Einstein and Oppenheimer, saw that on the airplane the other day. They could see that there's these possibilities out there, and then they assembled these teams to explore and create these possibilities and get out and do this testing. Check out the Voltaire, video. I'll put a link in the description of this one to that one. And just check out some of the ideas that I've got in these videos. Check out Rudolf Steiner's ideas in biodynamic agriculture. That might be hard for you to swallow, but you can't argue with results. And these methods have been implemented in various, they've survived. If you look at Miracles in Medellin, one of the many incredible miracles of the indigenous vein, right? Here's another fun one that you can check out that people throw me. I say, well, the Amazon probably had a lot to do with the human nature relationship of another time period. People are like, what do you mean? Humans didn't have anything with making the Amazon so rich. That's insane to say. Even right here in the Amazon, right? But look up Terra Peta, look up soil changes. I know people that can do this kind of stuff right now, and they're doing it. And you can come to the sites. And there's a video of one of the sites, Miracles in Medellin, and one of my friends. And we can go to San Martin, my team. We are ready to go work magic, both in the academic sectors, oh please God, and in the real life sectors. We've already been doing it. I'll show it to you. But yeah, if major scaling was to meet us, forget about it. Forget about it. Now you have majorly scaled miracles. So, your choice. Call me crazy or check it out. I love you guys. I love all of you. And I continue to press forward by myself, if it's gotta be. And, I just know this so intuitively. How much more can I really do? Like, how much more of the economic sector and the social sector and the this and the that can I really serve, right? I have to serve the truth that I know so well. And the truth told, I've got indigenous people, I've got several people pulling on my shirt thinking that I'm the bridge or the, not the saint, you're, all of our success is going to be on the other side of our egos. Can we please have that said now, right? And it's definitely on the other side of our science degrees and our science terms. And not one name that you give anything out here begins to describe what's really going on there. All right, so let's get past all of that, get into prayer, okay? Because the hand that gives us all of this is still the biggest hand in the game, and it's the only hand, it's the only attention I really care to get. And I love you guys, and even those who criticize. And we're all learning and building and graduating on a magnificent journey on life. And I'll just end by saying thank you to the Great Spirit that I've been able to realize what I have, and I hope that I'm able to realize even more and bring miracles your way. It's the Amazon jungle right over here. That's the Black River there. Amazon jungle. We're right in the heart of it. Okay. Much love.